Hey guys, Gimme Gamer here, bringing you a guide on how to beat the mighty Hisuian Dicidueye event. I didn't realize, I guess I've been kind of living under a rock. I didn't realize that the first event already hit on October 8th. It went for a couple days, but now we have a second chance to do it here, starting today on Friday. And it's going to go through until Sunday. So if you guys haven't had a chance to go on and do this raid event or are still struggling to beat it, I know this has been a pretty challenging raid event to beat. Hopefully this video will be really useful for you guys. So I'm on Cerebi right now. This is kind of just taking a look at its moveset here before we hop in and start talking about some ways we can take this guy down. It's got a pretty annoying moveset. Triple arrows, we'll talk about this in a minute, but that's a stab fighting type move. It's a 90 base power move. It's got Brave Bird, Shadow Claw, and Leaf Blade. And those four moves give it perfect coverage. Okay, I'll prove it to you actually. So if we go fighting, ghost, flying, and grass here. This is just on Pokemon DB, and you can see that there's no Pokemon that has perfect like a resist to all these moves. So we really have to start looking at Pokemon that have a lot of resist or can just take those moves pretty well. I was kind of thinking, you know, maybe you could do something funny with Charizard doing Belly Drum with Blaze. I haven't actually tested that at all. Maybe it's like for like a solo raid guide. So I can definitely give that a shot and see if that works. But so far, really the only Pokemon I've had having success with is like maybe some poison type Pokemon. And I really like Torkoal just because he's so physically defensive. And we'll talk about some more things that Torkoal can do. But something you have to be really careful with, and that makes this moveset, or this Pokemon so much more annoying, is it has the Scrappy ability, which means you can't use Intimidate. It's immune to Intimidate, so you can't lower its attack right off the bat. I was thinking Salamence could have been a good option, but it's immune to that. And it also is going to be able to hit Ghost type Pokemon with its fighting type move. And Triple Arrows is a really annoying move. So I pulled it up in another tab here. Triple Arrows is a 90 base power move with perfect accuracy, and it's going to have a chance of landing critical hits, higher chance of little critical hits. It can lower your defense, and it can make you flinch. And in my experience when I was doing these raids, it was dropping my defense every single time. And it also was getting a lot of flinches on me. It's a really, really annoying move. And so to kind of combat that, I highly recommend you attacking on the Covert Cloak as a held item to any Pokemon you try to take down Decidueye with, just because it's really annoying. And what Covert Cloak is going to allow you to do is just actually ignore the effects of getting your stats lowered, so your defense is never going to drop when you're holding the Covert Cloak, and you're also never be flinched here. So that'll be kind of nice. So let's go and hop into Pokemon Showdown here and just kind of talk about some Pokemon that I think are going to be really good. So I've been testing a lot with Torkoal here. Unfortunately, Torkoal, if you try to solo this raid, you're just not going to be able to do enough damage. So really, this is going to be good for online raids, but it's been a super, super good support Pokemon. Iron Defense is here just so that you can boost your defense. If you have a good opportunity to throw in an Iron Defense, it might be beneficial. Alternatively, I don't think you really need it on the online raids, especially if you're going like max defense, max hit points, and this is just bold nature just to boost your defense even more. So I don't think you really need the Iron Defense in the online raids. Another really interesting option you can do is a move called Inferno. And it's kind of like Zap Cannon, only for burns. So it does 100 base damage. It's got really bad accuracy. It's only going to hit half the time. But it has a 100% chance to burn the target. And where I think this is really nice is because Decidueye's moves are very, very physical. Yes, it has the Leaf Storm, but you don't really have to worry about that too much if you resist the Leaf Storm. You really want physical defenders. Getting that burn on it, especially when it has its shields up, is going to be so nice. So that's a really good option. Clear Smog is also going to be huge, because if we go back to its moveset, it's going to set up a ton with Bulk Up and Sword Stance, and that just kind of snowballs and gets out of control. If you don't have a way of eliminating those stats, it's going to be really, really annoying to deal with. And the thing I really like about Torkoal is you're kind of relying on those burns. Getting those burns either with Inferno or with Lava Plume is going to be your like main move to use. Getting that burn to lower their attack isn't going to overlap with like trying to like lower their attack using a move like Chilling Water or Lunge. I thought Lunge would be kind of good because it's a bug type move, so it'd be super effective against the grass type Decidueye. But then you can't Clear Smog it, and most times it's going to be able to set up more than what you're going to be able to just drop its attack by using those kinds of moves. So going for the burn is definitely going to be huge here. And then Lava Plume, again, it's going to be your main move. Having that 1 in 3 chance to burn the target is going to be huge. It's going to be a move that you can just kind of spam once you kind of get set up, once you kind of can maintain its stat setups for the Decidueye. You want to just make sure it's not snowballing with Swords Dance primarily. So you can just kind of support your team with that, and then just go for Lava Flumes, try to get a burn, you know, and then you're bringing in Drought. A lot of times you're going to get teammates that are going to want to come in with Fire-type Pokemon, and just supporting them with the Drought is going to be good. But also, once you can eventually go Terrafire, you can reset up with the Sunny Day, and just keep trying to go for those moves here. So, and again, Iron Defense too instead of Inferno, that can be a good option, just depending on what kind of teammates you have. Now, as far as like good Pokemon that can go with this, I was kind of thinking this Cerulege set. I actually, when I won, I tried one time online with this Torkoal, and I won pretty easily. But I had a Cerulege kind of working with me. And it wasn't using this set exactly, but this is what I would definitely recommend. You want to go full physical investment because it does have the Shadow Claw, which is going to be super effective against you, and even Brave Bird's going to do a lot of damage. It's going to be able to hit you with Triple Arrow. So making sure you're going fully physical, just so you can kind of take some of those hits, is going to be huge at the beginning. Now, Taunt's going to be really nice because it's going to try to set up with a bulk up after the first turn. So if you can go Taunt turn 1 with any kind of supporting Pokemon, I just kind of like Cerulege the best. That's going to prevent it from setting up with bulk ups right away. That can be a really good option to kind of just keep Decidueye in check too, to make sure it's not snowballing. It means Torkoal doesn't have to focus so much on, say, with the Clear Smogs, and can just kind of go for those Lava Plumes to try to drop a burn on if you're trying to find a support Pokemon. And the bulk up's also kind of nice because you're going to be boosting your physical defense, which is really the only thing you're going to be running into is physical attacks, and then also boosting your own damage output a little bit more. Bitter Blade's going to be super, super nice because you're going to be healing up as you're doing a lot of damage. You should be getting a lot of damage off with the Bitter Blade, especially if you can go Terrafire. And so you can kind of just stay healthy, chipping away at it, and that's kind of like the big goal with Cerulege, right? You get your Terrafire up, so you're not weak to that Shadow Claw anymore, and you can just kind of spam your Bitter Blade as much as possible. And then it does get access to the Reflect, which is a really nice support option too, since most of the damages you're going to be taking from Decidueye are going to be physical. Being able to set up a Reflect for your team is also going to be huge. So if you're using Cerulege, I would definitely go like Taunt turn 1 just to make sure that it can't set up bulk up. I'd probably then go for a Reflect, and then to start going for the Bitter Blades just to try to get that Terrafire and be supportive that way. And if you feel like you can sneak in a bulk up here or there, that could be really good as well. So let's go ahead and hop into the game here and show you guys how this is going to work for online raids. Alrighty, so we are here now in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and I'm just going to show you the Torkoal set that I'm using here just to prove to you that it's the same thing I was showing you. So we have that Terrafire. I just caught a wild one a couple minutes ago. And we're running Clear Smog, Iron Defense, Sunny Day, and Lava Plume. I do like the Iron Defense just in that if you can sneak it in, it can be a good support option, but I do think that their Inferno could be a really good option as well. And then Clover Cloak as the held item. That's going to be massive against those triple arrows because it's going to be super, super annoying to get your defenses dropped constantly and get flinched. So you don't really have to worry about that when you're running Clover Cloak here. So hopefully we'll get a decent group again. I just did one and it failed miserably, but I had some really stupid partners, and you never know what you're going to get with online raids. So I'm going to try to host this one here, and I'll be back with you guys once I get a decent group. So right now, these guys just jumped in. Corviknight can be a really good supporting option too. So if you're trying to host this and you have somebody with a Corviknight, that could be a really good option, especially if they're running Mirror Armor. That way, when they go for that triple arrow move and it lowers your defense, it's actually going to lower their defense instead. So that can be good. I'm hoping they change the Iron Treads here. Cinderace is fine. I don't mind having just a pure normal like fire type Pokemon against this Decidueye, and the Pyro Ball is going to be pretty powerful. Just waiting on Perish here. I want to see if they change their Pokemon, because I'm not doing it if they're doing Iron Treads. It's not gonna fly. But any day now. I gotta tell you, I cannot stand online raids. They drive me nuts. But I think in this instance, you're gonna have the best luck just trying to be a support Pokemon. Alright, Charizard's a pretty good one too. That flying fire is a really good typing against Decidueye. So if they lock it in here, then we'll go with this raid. Any day now. We're waiting on you. Well, I'll be back once they get it, so you're not sitting here for a minute. There we go. Literally right after I paused it, they're back. So let's see how this goes here. And I'm gonna turn the volume down just because I know that the raid volume always is way louder than I expect it to be. There. Kind of hoping Corviknight will go for a taunt right away here, because I know that it gets taunt. I am just going to go for a defense cheer. It'd be nice if I had the reflect, but I don't. And I just want to make sure our team's going to be taking those physical hits a little bit better here. So yeah, we'll go for a defense cheer. Let me know too in the comments. Let me know if you guys want me to do like with the raid guide, just on like how the raid modifiers work, like with the cheers and stuff, and how to just be a good teammate and stuff. So it's going to go for a bulk up right away here. I'm going to go for Clear Smog just so that it doesn't have that up on us. Clear Smog. That's also going to help get us closer to Terastallizing. It's still going to get the critical hit, which is really unfortunate. That hurts a lot. Because normally we'd be able to live for a good chunk of time, but they're going to do a heal cheer, so that's good for us. Get us almost back up to full. I am actually going to go for a Lava Plume here, just in the hopes that I can get a burn off on it. Yeah, it's not doing much to us here. If we can get a burn off on the Dicidueye, that's going to be really nice for our partners. I also could have gone for an Iron Defense, but we're also getting closer to Terastallizing as well. What was that kind of cheer? A heal cheer? Okay. That's good. So we're chipping it down pretty well here. I think I am going to go ahead and Terastallize and go for a Lava Plume. I believe it's going to set up a shield here, so if we can get up... oh, no. And it's freezing up for me. I must just have a bad connection, or I'm with some people that have bad connection here. Alright, there's that shield. Go for Sword Stance, so I'm going to go for a Clear Smog. Anytime it goes for a Sword Stance or Bulk Up, I'm pretty much going to want to go Clear Smog, just to make sure it's not outpacing us here. So I'm actually going to wait to Terastallize, just in case it gets a critical hit on us. Clear Smog. Good. Alright, yep, I'm going to go for Lava Plume now and Terastallize. Still have the sun up for the moment. Hopefully we'll get a burn off on it here. Doing decent on time. Cinderace and Charizard are fainting, but if we can get off that that burn, I think we're all going to be living it a little bit better. That did a decent amount of damage to us, just because we're not physically... Oh my gosh, it's so slow, these online raids, I swear. Yeah, but we're Terastallizing. I'll probably do Heal Cheer next, just so that we're not getting any lower than this. Hopefully, now that they set up... Ooh, how much is that going to do? Okay, no crit there, which is good. Give me the burn. Give me the burn. See, and this is where using the Inferno, even though it has that 50% accuracy, maybe we already would have landed the burn on it, which would have really, really nice. And I haven't used Iron Defense one yet here. Once yet. So we're going to heal up. Nice, they're going Terrifier now, which is awesome. I'm going to set up a Sunny Day just so we can do a lot more damage to it. Triple Arrow's not going to do too much here. Leaf Blade's not going to do anything to us. Until it gets a critical hit. Alright, yeah, let's go for the Sunny Day. Doing pretty good here still. Yeah, I definitely think Inferno might be the move over Iron Defense, because I just don't think that you're going to have a chance to really... You don't really need it as a Torkoal. If you're going max defense, max hit points, you don't really need to set up an Iron Defense, but that's going to benefit all your teammates. I'm going to go for... Nice, we got that burn on it now. Just go for a little bit of chip damage here. I think we will be in a pretty good position to take this guy out. I'll go for another heal cheer if I have any more cheers left. But I might have used up my cheers. Nice. Take down the shield. Oh, sweet. I think that's it. Every once in a while, I get some really weird lag too with the online raids, but I'll rather have it where like I think we're a lot further behind than we are, and then we've actually taken it out rather than it like think we've taken the whole raid out and then goes, oh nope, sorry, it actually still has half the shield buff. I'm sure any of you who've been doing online raids long enough know the pain. Any day now. Yeah, there we go. So it's easy as that. And I don't even think those partners were that great. So, but definitely give that Inferno a chance. Go ahead and try the Torkoal out for your online raids, and I hope that helps. So I already got mine too. I caught mine, so that's why you don't see me trying to catch it here. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Good luck going and taking out these Dicidueye raids. Have fun, collecting those Terra Grass shards, and hope this really helped.